Facebook Live. I'm so excited. You know what? Today has not gone to plan. I do like my hair though. Was meant to be at a venue with people and then we couldn't do it because of stuff. And you know what? Doesn't matter. My father actually used to have a saying, doesn't matter, Parramatta. No idea where that came from, given we weren't even from Sydney, but doesn't matter, Parramatta. I'm here, you're here. I've got green sequins on. Like, what more do you need? It was funny, even thinking about what I was going to wear tonight. I was like, oh, I don't want to be too booby. When on earth have I ever said I don't want to be too booby? It kind of doesn't happen that often. But for some reason tonight I didn't want to be booby. So it's my new green sequins. Do we like? So here we are. Hi, Kate. Thank you for joining me. Cheers. Cha-ching. Yes, I am going to be sipping champagne throughout this live, and I hope you don't mind. You know what? I don't care if you mind. Hi, honey. I am going to sip champagne through this live. Thank you. It has been absolute dedication, as some people say, to do something every single day for 365 days, rain, hail or shine, different continents, illness, family dramas, business dramas, whatever was going on. I have shown up and I have done this every single day. Apart from that day that Elodie did. But anyway, I was sick, so I get a hall pass. And we've done too many of them, but that's okay. Me, Samantha Leith, the chick that trained as an accountant, got the numbers wrong. How's that for owning up to, the stuff that we do? So tonight I wanted to talk about the secret of success. What is the secret sauce? What is that thing that makes you be successful? You know what? The secret is you. That's it. If you Google the secret to success, you are going to get the 10 things you need to do, or the 5 strategies to be successful, or all those things. And I'm here to tell you that's all absolute bull dust. The secret sauce for success is you. And that's it. There's a few things you can do to make sure you're as successful. That's a lot of S's. You are a celebrity, Elodie. There's a lot of things that you can do to make sure you are as successful as you can possibly be. Glad I've only had 2 sips of champagne after saying that word. But, is it crunching? I'll have to keep my arms up like this. If I keep my arms up, it won't crunch. That's so funny. But it is all down to you, okay? I'm going to read you this quote. It's from Anthony Robbins. I need to get my little... Oh, my glasses. I forgot my glasses. Oh, turning 46, I tell you. Thank you, Sarah. It's cute, isn't it? Should I get a V cut out? No, I kind of like the round neck. It's a bit unusual. Not very me, but I think we'll keep it. So, success is doing what you want to do, when you want, where you want, with whom you want, as much as you want. And we can thank Tony Robbins for that quote. Anthony Robbins, Tony Robbins, whatever you want to say. And don't give me all the you don't like Tony Robbins stuff. Brilliant at what he does. And I've got to thank him for a lot of stuff. I love that quote. And some people say it's a bit egomaniacal, being successful is not just about doing what you want. Well, sorry, I disagree. It is. It really, really, true success is about you being happy. So I've given myself, so funny. I'll have to show you actually. Dropped my mirror ball. Done a really big post-it of what I want to talk about tonight. So that's stuck up here for me to read. So if I look over to the side, that's what I'm doing, okay? Because I want to make sure I cover all of this because it's really, 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 really important, okay? So the secret to success for me is you. And that comes down to 3 things. Mastering your mind, mastering your body, and mastering your time. 3 things. Really, really, really simple. Within those 3 things, there's lots of stuff. So we're going to cover some of that. But first, A word from our sponsors. Hi, this is Billy Card Champagne, and I'd really like to thank Samantha for taking this moment to share her life with us. And I'd like to thank Jimmy Barnes for introducing me to Billy Card. Cheers, Jimmy. That may or may not have been a good thing. Who can tell? Okay, so the first part about success is working out what success is for you, because it's all different. Success is imprinted, our version of success is imprinted in us, much like our DNA. No two visions of success are going to be the same. I promise you that. They're not. Like, it's impossible. In fact, I challenge you. If you can give me two absolutely identical versions of success, let me know. I want to hear about it, okay? So I think we need to first define what success looks like for us. And we do that with a few of the tools I have shared with you over the last 365 days. Fred, like your Wheel of Life exercise, your mirror exercise. And yes, you can go back and look at all of these on the website, download the transcriptions, rewatch the videos, go to YouTube and watch them. It's there for you every day to look at if you want. So the Wheel of Life, your top 5 passions, any personality profiling tools that you like to use, because I'm a big believer in those. I think they are important. What brings you joy, what brings you peace, and your values, okay? You cannot define your version of success unless you are really clear on those. And getting clear on those is the big C in clarity, okay? That's what I talk about a lot, clarity, confidence, courage, and charisma. But clarity is a really big piece in that. Then once you are clear on all of those things, you get to work out what your ideal day looks like. Yes, there's a live on that. Your ideal month, week, life. What doing every 24 hours is going to make you happy. Who's in your life, what you're doing, how you're doing it. You get that picture and you have that destination. And we've all heard the quote, if you don't know where you're going, you're never going to get there. You're just going to drive around like a lunatic. So you need to have that roadmap. You need to have that destination. Okay. So one of the other things you need to look at is your circle. Your circle of people around you is a really big factor in your determining your success, because you are, and you know what? I'm probably actually going to sprout 100 things in this live that you have heard till you're blue in the face. Today might be the day you get it. Someone once said to me, I don't know why you go to all those personal development seminars, Haven't you heard it all by now? I probably had. But I said, if I hear the messages enough times, if I look at myself enough times, one day, the penny will drop. Now, I'm not even old enough to know what a penny is, but one day I knew in my heart, if I listened to the messaging enough, one day the penny would drop on all these things that the masters that have come before me have said. And I think that's really, really, really bloody important. So if one person can watch this live and go, oh my God, I got it. Oh, I got it. That's made 365 days of Facebook Lives totally worth it. That, and I get to wear a green sparkly top. What else is there in life, really? Okay, I want to talk about a couple of people that are really successful, just to sink it into you that it's the person. They're all different. They all did things differently. They all had different ideas. They all had different skills. It's the person and what they did and how they believed in themselves that made them a success. Steve Jobs. They fired the guy, tried to bring in all the best business brains there were. Apple didn't do that well. They got him back. Woo, up it went. The person. Spanx. Sarah Blakely. Now, any chick out there, and some men I know, we suck our tummies in with that stuff all the time. It took her sitting at home, $5,000, cutting out the legs of pantyhose to be successful. Oprah Winfrey was told she was never going to make it. Never, ever, 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 ever going to make it. Determination, passion, values, all of those things made her the success she is. It was her. was her. It wasn't doing one thing. It wasn't getting up and doing something in a particular way. It wasn't reading it wasn't, grabbing this book and reading it. It's these teeny tiny things that made up her success DNA. That's what it was. Amazon. Oh my gosh. You've all seen the photos of Bezos. I'm not sure how you say it. Packing shelves when Amazon was like this teeny tiny company. Now he's a gazillionaire and I had an Amazon delivery today. It was him. There have been so many people that have started online businesses that didn't work, that didn't succeed like he did, because the magic was in his DNA. The magic was in how he did things differently. So let's talk about mastering your mind. So your mind is this beautiful tool. And what do I mean about that? You want to master. Thanks, Ryan. Mwah! You want to master your right and your left brain thinking. You want to be able to get a handle. You're not one or the other. People say, I'm a right brain person. I can't do that. I'm so left brain. I cannot do that. That is bull dust. It really is. We all have access to both sides of our brain. We need to use them. We need to master our prefrontal cortex, our neocortex, all these things. Our brain is this incredible instrument. It's better than any iMac you are ever going to buy. So master it. And that means being able to get control of your feelings. It means being able to make decisions. It means being able to have something go on in here and you go, bang, I got it. I can do it, okay? Then you want to master your body. And that is eating right, sleeping right. I did an essay in year 11 scripture and I won a scripture award for it. And I'm not religious and I will apologize profusely now to any of you that are religious if I'm offensive. But the essay was, your body is a temple to the Holy Spirit, use it in God's name. And we had to talk about that in terms of today's use of drugs and alcohol. I can't believe I remember this. It's my 30-year school anniversary next year and I still remember this. I wrote this big essay about how our body wasn't ours to destroy. Our body wasn't ours to misuse with drugs and alcohol. Our body was this vessel that was here for God. Now, I didn't believe a word I wrote. I wrote it because I knew that's what they wanted to hear. But it sticks in my brain because now I wholeheartedly believe this vessel is for us to use. This is this incredible gift that we have in order to walk through this thing called life. It's what we get to take with us from birth to death. It's what we get to do exciting things with. It's what we get to have sex with. It's what we get to dream with. It's what we get to cry with. It's what we get to run a marathon with. Okay, I might not do that, but you get the idea. It is this precious, precious vessel that we need to look after. And I haven't mastered that, okay? My mind, I think I'm getting there. Maybe I'll never finish mastering it. Maybe we never do finish mastering it. And my body, I'm working on that one every single day. And so many of you have seen my journey and been part of that and cheered me on. And I really, really appreciate that. So your body's a big one. And the third one, is mastering your time. Your time is your time can almost be like a jealous lover sometimes. It's like you need to do like these extra things and it's like wanting this extra thing and someone wants you over here and someone wants you over here and you got to do this and you're going, I haven't finished this and I've got to do this and if I don't do that, I'm hopeless. But being able to master your time and that model I talk about with the ditch it, delegate it, leverage it and live it is really important with that because we all have the same amount of time and those people, those beacons of light that you look at as being truly successful people. You know, those ones you're like, if I did what he did, I would be the bomb. Don't forget, not your life, so you wouldn't be, but that's beside the point. They have mastered their time. From the minute they get up to the minute they go to sleep, their time is meticulously organized because to be successful, you can't waste it. You can't waste it. You can never get it back. The richest person in the world cannot buy another hour of life, okay? It is so, so vital that you master your time and you do not waste it on the shit. You do not waste it on crap news sites. You do not waste it on time spent with people that drain your energy or don't love you back. You don't waste your time on businesses that don't make you money. Fail fast. That's another thing that successful people all do. They fail fast. They iterate and move on. Or in 2020, you could say, so how did you pivot? It is the cliche of the year, right? I'm pivoting. How are you? How did you pivot? What did you pivot to? It's the worst word of the year. We've all heard it till we're blue in the face, and I think we're never going to ever want to hear it again. Have another sip. I'm talking a lot. This is going to be a long life because it's my last one. And then I'll fill you in a little bit what I'm doing from here on. So, one of the keys to success is, as you can see up there in line, I can't count the lines, but right here, it says, dream, believe, act, and achieve. I did that manifesto, I think about 8 years ago now, and I believe that from the tip of my toes to the top of my hair that's sticking out to the side. You have to at first, a successful person has to at first dream it. If you don't see it in a vision, it's not going to happen, okay? So dream it. Then you have to do everything in all your power to believe that it's possible, to believe that you are, as the tattoo says, limitless, okay? You've got to believe it. You've got to believe it. Then this is the bit where people, I was going to swear then, F up. You got to act. Oh my gosh, you got to do the work. Anyone that tells you you don't have to do the work is la 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 la. You have to act. You have to take action every single day. If anything, these 365 days of Facebook Lives have shown you, you have to take action every single day towards your dreams. It is so freaking important. And then, much like I'm doing right now, you get to achieve. Don't know why I went up in my voice like that, but oh well. Dream, believe, act, and achieve. It is such a mantra of mine, okay? So, it's mastering your mind, mastering your time, and mastering your body. You got to dream, believe, act, and achieve. You got to know what success looks like to you. And every single one of these things that I'm talking about tonight, you can look at a live that had more details on this, okay? You can DM me and ask for more details on it. You could work with me as your coach, and I'll help you with it. You could hire me as a speaker at your event or virtually, and I could help you on it. So now I'm just going to go through a few little bits and pieces within that really will help you piece all those bits together, okay? And then I'm going to go reheat my wonton soup, noodle soup for dinner, and I'm going to watch TV looking really glamorous in green sequins and then go to bed. How's that for success? So the little pieces that I want to remind you to look after and do are your habits. Oh my golly gosh, your habits, okay? If you haven't read the book, The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg. Oh my God, I should have looked. I've got it here somewhere. Or Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. Habits. Grab any book on habits. Habits are so important. I'm launching a program later in the year called the Daily Success Formula, which is all about habits, okay? Habits are so important. What you do every single day is going to define your life. Okay. Mindfulness. That daily practice every day in that little 5 minutes you take out to put your feet into the grass and to smell the air and to take deep breaths and to journal and to meditate and to practice gratitude. All of those things are really, really, really vital. You have to be grateful. You have to come from a place of gratitude. If you don't have gratitude for where you are now, where you were, and that pre-gratitude, which is a tricky one, but that pre-gratitude to where you're going, you will not be successful. You won't be. Gratitude is vital. Be grateful for the mistakes. Be grateful for the pain. Be grateful for the lessons. Be grateful for the love. Be grateful for the great stuff. Be grateful for the cheese. Just be grateful. So important. You have to be clear on your vision of what you want for your life. You have to have clarity on your values. Because if you don't, You will lose your boundaries. You will not stick to where you want to be and what feels good in your, grabbing my boobs there, I meant your soul. And to be really, really clear on your values, you feel it in here. And the minute someone says to you, could you do this? Or I've got this idea, or what do you think about that? You get that icky, bicky, dicky feeling in your tummy, and you don't, oh, thanks, Cam. And you don't want to do it. If it doesn't fit within your values, it's a hell no. Okay? And this took me so long to get my head around, because our values are so tied up with people pleasing, which I've talked about before, and you know this. People pleasing just means you're a lying mofo. Like, really, we think when we're people pleasing that we're, I don't know, somehow going to get this badge of honor and get brownie points for something. We're not. We're idiots. Do not people please. Stick to your values. You need to be able to adapt. Yes. I'm not going to say the P word again, but you have to be successful, you have to be able to adapt. You have to be able to look something in the eye and go, this is not going to work, change. Or this is going to work and do better, I'm going to go more in. I'm going to jump in head first. You have to be able to adapt. Business partner goes, you adapt. Money goes away, you adapt. Trips get cancelled because of some global pandemic, you adapt. Successful people can turn on a dime or a stiletto. I'm probably going to go with stiletto, not a dime. Yeah, successful people can pivot in Jimmy Choo's. There you go, another successful business that was all down to one person. Amazing story. If you haven't read the book, so Jimmy Choo was this incredible shoe brand in the UK. Then this chick called Tamara Mellon, who happened to like his shoes, went, could I do a bit more with your business? And the global brand that is Jimmy Choo, those coveted shoes that so many of us want to wear, was born. It was born because of Tamara, not Jimmy. Oh, it could be debatable by some people, but, you know, I'm going to go with that. Another skill you need to master is being able to ask for help. Yes, I'm drowning, and putting up your arm and asking for help. It is so important. We can't do this alone. We're not an island. We need support from whether it's someone working within your team, or it's a mentor or a coach, or it's books. You look at you can't see it, but I have hundreds of books. I'm a book a week girl. It is so important. There are people out there that read 3 books a week, one on history, one on business, and one on personal development. You have to be able to ask for help, and you can get it in so many ways. The internet is magic for that, okay? So another skill you have to master is being able to make decisions like that. Do not waste your mind or your time or your body with indecisiveness. Indecisiveness clutters your brain, makes you feel really icky inside, and it totally stuffs up your time because you're going, should I? Round and round and round in circles you go. You've got to master decisiveness, okay? And then it's your skills. You actually got to be good at something. Now, that doesn't mean you have to be good at making glasses or designing them, but you have to be good at the business skills that could take someone else's designs and turn it into a business. You have to have a skill. You cannot be successful off the base of other people's stuff without your own skill and something that's going to build it, okay? You can't be. You just can't be. It's not going to work. You have to have determination. And some people can say that's bullish and a bit rough and you're a bit masculine. There can be a whole lot of negativity that goes with determination. I say, screw you. You have to be determined in order to get anywhere. You have to be. You have to be. You have to own what's happened in your life, okay? There is successful people have great. I know, Jane, but you've done some interesting things in that time. I know it's really, 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 really hard for so many of my friends at the moment with unemployment and the world. Not going to name any particular governments, but nobody is treating the arts well. It is just the most awful environment for anyone artistic at the moment. However, I'm seeing so many artistic people do incredible things because they're pivoting and they're determined and they're like, well, this isn't working. I've got to make money somehow, so I'm going to do something. So, and some people have gone, oh my God, I've had the chance to do something completely new, and they've been able to express gratitude for that. It's so hard in dark times to see a place to be grateful, but it is so important that you can find something. It really, really, really is. You have to own where you are and what you do. And you know what? If you stole $50 out of your mother's purse to go to the pub when you were 16, you need to own it and get over it. Yeah. Forgive yourself, own it, get over it. If your house is falling down around you, own it because you didn't maintain it, okay? If you're overweight, own it because I might like drinking a little bit too much champagne and I like chocolate. It's all the C's. Whoopsie. Another one is consistency, and I am now currently the poster girl for, I can't move in this it's hilarious, it hurts. Consistency, so important. Show up every single day for yourself. If you don't, on a personal note or a business note, you will fail. Of that, I can assure you, okay? You will. Consistency is so important. You've heard me say it's my word for the year. I've got the C to prove it. It is so vital. Consistency. In fact, I should probably get t-shirts made that say C word. People would talk about it. Okay, and the last one I wanted to talk about in that little kind of grouping of skills you need to get... What's the word I want to talk... What's the word? Not get shizzy with... you know what I mean. Get good at. Is... you have to embrace failure. Oh, and it's like the worst thing in the world. Like, Samantha, don't tell me that. I don't want to fail. Who wants to fail? That's awful. No, I don't want to fail. I don't want to be a failure. Ah. Honestly, you got to be able to do it. You may not fail, but you have to be willing to. Because if you're not willing to fail, if you're not willing to be in the clutches of, oh my God, I stuffed that up, you will not take the chance or the opportunity or try and learn something new. You will not do what you need to do to be successful if you're still going, no, I can't get it wrong. 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 I would never, ever have done these Facebook Lives every day if I had let the fear of failure get in the way. If I had thought, what am I going to talk about? What am I going to wear? Oh my God, I'm going to put makeup on every day. Oh, but I haven't lost that 10 kilos. Oh, but no one wants to listen to me. If I'd thought any of those things, I wouldn't have done it. I really wouldn't have. Me doing this was because I was caught up in being perfect. And I finally went, you know what? I have to do this. And if it all goes absolutely pear-shaped, that's okay. I've still got to do it. So there you have it, guys. They are my secrets. Well, they're not so secret. To success. The honest truth is the secret sauce to success is not 11 herbs and spices or that magical fairy white dust they used to put in Coca-Cola. The secret to success is you. That's it. Nothing else. You master your mind, you master your body, and you master your time, and the world is your oyster. This has been incredible, and this has been a really long live, so thank you for joining me. I am so grateful every day for the one person or the 50 people that have jumped on a live, and then some of them have got 10 views, some of them have got hundreds of views, some of them have been shared. I'm so grateful for every single moment that someone has taken the time to watch any of these lives. I truly, truly am. It means the world to me. I hope that there's been a message somewhere in any of them for any of you. If there's a nugget of something that you got out of one of them, that has made you change the way you think, or made you leave a relationship, or made you think better about yourself, then I've done my job. I live with the motto, and you'll see it everywhere I talk, that every day I step on a stage, or every day I talk to a client, every day I go into a workshop, every day I've done these lives, there are three things in my mind. I want to educate, I want to entertain, and I want to empower somebody. That's it. And if I can do those three things every day from now till the day I die, that is success to me. If I can do that with financial reward, it's even better success. But that's my version of success. And the days that I have designed in order for me to do those three things, whether it be through speaking or writing or videos or showing up, then that's my version. I've been able to pick Elodie up from school nearly every day of her school life. I've been able to be here to do things. I've been able to travel. I've been able to do the most magical things because I designed my life, particularly the last couple of years, to my version of success. And I get it. I wasn't really able to do a lot of that until after I had to stop looking after mum. But I'm so grateful that I got to do that. You know, it was so much tragedy, but so much gratitude for everything that actually went along with it. So all I want to do tonight is say thank you for joining me on this journey. I really appreciate it. And what's coming next? I will be doing one live a week. It will be at a particular time, and I'll do it across multiple platforms. So I'll just have this fancy little box, and I'll push a button and it'll go to Instagram and YouTube and Facebook and LinkedIn and stuff. That will be my one live that I do a week. I've got a podcast coming in the second half of this year. I've got more online programs and teachings, and hopefully, stages will start opening up again, and I'll get to wear outfits like this on a stage somewhere around the world where I come out with one of my keynotes and I get to entertain, educate, and empower on stages in front of 5 people or 5,000 people. That truly, truly brings me joy. I will always be here for anyone that likes my page or doesn't like my page. You know, I have a heart that's full of love, ready to give. So if you ever need, thank you, Amanda. If you ever need anything, please reach out. And if you just need a little pick-me-up, book in for one of my coffee chats or a champagne chat, and let's see how I can help you in half an hour. Because when I do those champagne or coffee chats, it's not a big silly thing. I promise you that. I'm there to help you. I know, green sequins. Cam, you need one of these tops. Thank you, Tammy. Thank you so much, everybody. I hope you got a little bit of something, especially out of tonight. Remember, you cannot Google the secret to success. The secret to success is you. Good night.